Firstly, let me introduce myself. I am Michael, or Mike Joyce. But as we've got a room full of councillors, perhaps I ought to be more official than that. Councillor Michael Joyce of Newton Abbot Town Council. Does that make it any easier? I've been asked, and it's a privilege, to address you all today, to outline the new and, in my opinion, wonderful, exciting and challenging Councillor Police Advocate Scheme. However, before I start, I think it is right and proper to say a big thank you to Vicky and to Jeff, and indeed to the PCC, Alison Hernandez, who saw the benefits of having a Councillors Advocate Scheme, and councillors who are willing and could act as a conduit between the councillors and the PCC and the constabulary, ensuring and strengthening a direct line of communications, because after all, as councillors, we know the value of communications and how that enables us to do our jobs. So what is this wonderful thing that's been drawn up as a Councillor Advocate Scheme? Well, you just being here shows that you've got an interest. That's a start. That fact is a great start. And the councillors you represent wish to strengthen the lines of communications so that you can inform, be kept informed and report concerns. Where required, to an officer or officers, which you and you alone as advocates will have a direct line of communication. Therefore, you have somebody who will listen to what your concerns and your colleagues' concerns are. That, I feel, is a step in the right direction to start with. The flow of information will be a two-way thing. It has to be a two-way thing. You seeking information and reporting concerns, obtaining literature, and being advised and kept in the loop of concerns affecting your area, and the activities that the police and the officers are carrying out in that area. By having a direct contact with the nominated officer, you'll be able to build a relationship, get to know the officer and the officers concerned in your area, which will be back to where it should have been, in my opinion, a while ago. You will be responsible for ensuring a communication. Again, that word, communication. In my view, it is a must. The scheme, it is true, at the moment it's in the embryo stage. It is new, and the team and the PCC have sat and worked through a whole load of literature and ideas. What you've got before you is an embryo. It is a living thing. It is something that will be amended and changed as it goes along to meet the change in circumstances. Your views are important. Read it through, come back, listen, and put your views forward. It is not a set in stone article. It is, as I've said, a living embryo thing. What we hope to have achieved right now is a starting place. Number one, it's there. A place where we can take away this first embryo document, see how it lies with you and fits with your area and your council. It's not going to be a one-size-fits-all to a degree. It cannot be. It's not that sort of document. You as councillors will have expectations and perceived ideas. Nothing wrong with that. But we need to move it forward slowly at a pace that we can all match. A pace that suits you and a pace that suits the PCC and its staff. What we have hoped to achieve is, at least, as I said at the beginning, a starting place, and this is a good place to start. It will be a source of reference which you can adapt to your particular area, because no area is the same. You'll find pages in there where you can make your own notes, your own contacts, your own views. It is a place where you can go to if you get a concern and see where best to address that concern. One thing that it will do, and I'm confident, is that having a direct officer, contact and liaison will avoid using the 101 service, which we know has had its problems, but we also know is very, very busy. A direct line will avoid that level of contact. You, as advocates, will have your own dedicated officer. So that will eliminate quite a few of the concerns of your councillors and your residents, no doubt. Your colleagues will be able to let you know of concerns directly. You will be their link. There are many, and maybe a list will form of concerns expressed by various councillors or residents to you, and you will be able to draw on that list and produce one particular concern. It will highlight a particular concern within your particular area. This will save several same sort of information going to the police rather than bombarding them with just one. Yes, as a councillor and with my neighbourhood watch hat on, I'm one of them as well, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you want to put it, certainly can see the benefits, and I will tell you now, I believe this is a great step forward. We should, as councillors and as councils, embrace it in my view, and we should be able to use this embryo to take forward in a far more constructive way in the future, but at a pace that suits us all. I'm going to finish, before I bore you all to tears, by apologising for not being with you in person. I am on annual leave, which may be a good thing for you, having just listened to this. You may wish that that was a step in the right direction, but this is one of just several meetings to come, as Vicky will no doubt tell you further along the line. Can I thank you for listening, and can I thank you for taking the trouble to come along today and showing an interest in this new, very important advocate scheme. There will be other meetings, and I'm certain I will try and get there next time and bore you to tears even further. So enjoy the rest of this seminar, enjoy debating it, enjoy putting your views forward. Thank you for listening, and thank you for showing an interest. Have a nice day.